out earlier.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I'll do that. Done.
Welcome to Caching in the Northwest. Did you know this is the official podcast of GeoWoodstock 18 in the Great Pacific Northwest? Each week, we're going to talk about caches and cachers from here and all around the globe. So, while you're watching the guy do his workout routine on the sidewalk, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
Yes, I did know all that. But did you know that it's time to bring in our bucket list baboon? Some say he has learned not to fry bacon in the nude. And others say, as a Canadian, he's required to like Nickelback.
Ooh.
All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Oh, that was low. Oh my goodness. All right.
I don't write him, I just read him.
Just for that, you get some Justin Bieber later. All right.
Tonight we're talking about geocaching bucket lists.
Yes, indeed we are.
Or is it more of a Bieber list?
No.
No.
Let's say no. No.
All
Martin
right.
Short will accept Celine Dion, but
Got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
Got to draw the line somewhere. Hey, you know what? We want to throw out a quick reminder that we appreciate the support of our patrons who help to keep this podcast coming each and every weekend, of course, thanks to the Land Sharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Hey, remember that the latest special they have is How to Puzzle Cache book. And so the How to Puzzle. You know what? I'm going to start over again.
Start
Their
over.
latest special is the How to Puzzle Cache book and supplement. We've had Cully Long on this podcast a few shows ago, and we all heard how useful the updates to the book are. So if you want to know more about supporting this show, click that Patreon link on the cachingnw.com, a website. The end.
How wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've got to go pick up the supplement to that book.
Yes, one should.
I wonder where I could go. Oh, wait. Why don't I just go to Land Sharks?
You could just hop on the Black Ball ferry and head up to Victoria. You've done it before.
Yeah, you know they're open 6 days a week.
About that. She's like, I think I want to go up there. Okay.
Awesome.
But until then, it's time to glow. Yes, we all have a healthy glow because the sun's out. But we're talking about the special type of glow that's the geocaching log of the week. Whether you wrote it, whether you read it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. Send an email or maybe a field recording to feedback at cachingnw.com. Call into 253-693-TFTC.
I'm breathless just thinking about it. I'm breathless just thinking about it.
Yes. Or use the voicemail tool on the website and show us how you glow.
Very gaspy.
Tonight's glow
is not read by me.
No, and it's not from Issaquah.
Yeah.
No.
That's where you're going. Okay.
Oh, we'll have to toss in Issaquah in the after show. Tonight's glow is from Subway Mark. Shall we have a listen?
Yes, let's.
Hello there, this is Subway Mark from Salem, Oregon, calling a milestone for cache number 4800. I was planning on a trip to Tokyo, and so I was looking around what's possible, and I knew I would probably hit that milestone while I was there. I knew from an email I get from Project GC that a new virtual cache had been published in Tokyo, and I happened to know exactly where it was. And it seemed to be perfect for a double-odd cache for me. as I try to reserve these types of finds for railway-themed caches. Not only was this rail-themed, but also dog-themed, since I am a big lover. You may have even seen my dog Dylan on a podcast in the past. The name of this virtual cache is Hachiko, the dog, GC8910 V as in Victor. The cache is situated right outside JR Shibuya Station by the world-famous Shibuya Crossing, which is kind of like Tokyo's Times Square, with lots of people and lots of lights. In this place, you'll find a monument to Hachiko, and you can get a selfie with him, and that is the virtual. But why a monument to a dog, you may ask? The story is about a real dog, a Nikita, named Hachiko. He was born in 1923 in Nikita Prefecture, and he was adopted about a year later by Izaburo Ueno, who worked at Tokyo University. Hachiko would see Ueno-san off to work every day at Shibuya Station, and then would greet him at the station when his train arrived to go home. Ueno-san and Hachiko developed a deep bond. However, on May 21st, 1925, Hachiko went to Shibuya Station to meet his master's train to go home, but Ueno-san never got off the train. He had a cerebral hemorrhage and died suddenly while at work. Hachiko, for over 9.5 years of his life, would go to the train station in the morning and again in the evening, matching the times when he and his master would go. The LA commuters would see him every day and feed him and care for him, much to the station master's chagrin. In 1934, a statue was placed at Shibuya Station, and Hachiko was there during the unveiling. Hachiko died a year later, alone on a street close to the train station. Hachiko is now immortalized as Shuken Hachiko, which literally means Hachiko, the loyal dog. His story is well known throughout Japan, which other memorials about him are in Tokyo and his birthplace in Akita Prefecture. Hollywood even made a movie about him inspired by the story, except for it took place in New England instead of Japan. Richard Gere was basically Ueno-san. I haven't watched this movie yet, but I definitely need to. Anyway, I just thought I'd call it this perfect milestone for me, and now I need to figure out what cache number 4900 and then the big one 5000 will be. Thanks, and have a great day.
There you go. It's kind of a sad story.
Yeah, but what a great story. Dogs are so awesome. It reminds me of
Dogs, yeah.
it reminds me of one of my favorite prayers. Lord, please make me the person my dog thinks I am.
You know, that's so true. Because is there really anything you can do wrong as a dog owner? That dog loves you.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So, what else we got going on here?
Well, if you want to add to tonight's show, and many of you have already, you can use #list to add your bucket list destination. Of course, you can use #FATAS right there in the chat and talk about something you want to talk about, or bring up something you want to talk about in the after show. Isn't this great? This is a live show. I want to let you know this is a live show because I make a lot of mistakes.
That's
they're
where
not
the
corrected.
quality comes from. It's we do this to keep you guys all amused and to keep ourselves awake. So
we do it to keep ourselves awake. What?
That's why we podcast every
Oh.
evening at 9 p.m. So also I
only podcast on Thursdays, not every evening. Am I missing something?
Yeah,
I'm missing out on 6 podcasts a week.
I've been wondering where you were for the other 6 podcasts, but so it's also an opportunity to remind people we have a contest going on right now. Land Sharks are sponsoring a contest. You can win an exclusive, super cool, limited edition coin and tag set, trackable coin and tag set from the Land Sharks. If you post on the social medias, all you need to do is Twitter, Facebook, just post and tell us if you could join a group to go caching anywhere in the world. Tell us where that would be, and tag @CachingNW and tag @LandSharks. The contest is open right now and it closes next Thursday, Feb 27. We will announce the winner at the end of the show. So join us next Thursday as well. Listen right through to the end of the show. In the after show, we'll announce the winner.
Nice. In case you wanted to see that exclusive coin and tag set, here it is.
Ooh.
If you're listening, it's round and 2 round and 1 square or rectangular.
The coin is round. The tag is rectangular. And they have toucans and sloths and sea turtles.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, you know, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not necessarily a square.
Right. I see where you're going with that.
Mhm.
Okay.
I was thinking, is it the other way around? Does square have equidistant sides?
Squares
So-
equal sides.
All right.
So news. I've got some GeoWoodstock news.
Do
Really?
tell.
Tell me about GeoWoodstock.
Well, I'll tell you what. The first thing is, honestly, I think as long as people don't mind, I'm going to start doing this every episode.
Please.
I'm calling it the Giga Countdown. We have 309 will attends until we qualify for Giga status. So we're in the last 10% of will attends needed to get to Giga. So that's pretty exciting.
And we still have a good amount of time to go.
Yeah.
Oh, we do. So I'm hoping we will achieve it, but it's exciting to see the number getting that close. So there you go. So there's that. And so last week we talked about the on-site camping.
Hmm.
Then we went live very briefly on Saturday, and there's a bit of a bump. So if you're still hoping to get in on the on-site camping, Abbotsford Flying Club is still going to host it. They were overwhelmed with the response. They're tweaking their reservation system, so stay tuned. We expect them to have it available for registration again within a week or so, and then you'll be able to camp within walking distance of the front doors of GeoWoodstock.
Wow.
So yeah, so good
How
news.
very cool.
Yeah.
So it is up and working now.
No, it's not up and working
Oh,
yet.
it's not up and working now.
I'm saying just hang tight. Stay tuned to our social medias, and you'll definitely hear about it first.
So the good news is not all the spots are taken yet.
No, you know what? They have literally hundreds of spots. There will definitely be room for everybody. So don't be really upset if you weren't able to get in there, but definitely will be good to go. Lots of time. Yeah, as Helen said in the chat, we're not even quite 6 months out yet, although we're getting close. This weekend is going
Just looking at the calendar and said, yeah, I was going to do the little math there.
Yeah.
6 months from this weekend.
So there's lots of time to go, and we are thankful because we still have a lot of work to do. Which also reminds me, if you are able to help currently, if you are able to help around the time of the event, we still would love to have you sign up as a volunteer. Go to geowoodstock.com and look for the volunteer sign up form. Just give us some information there, and we're still gratefully and gladly accepting volunteers.
Nice. So guys, head on over there. Go ahead, try to break the website with all the signups. I dare you.
Okay. So there you go. There's my GeoWoodstock news.
Okay. That's great news. I mean, how cool will it be for a Giga event, right?
Really
mean,
cool. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think we've had one in the Northwest before.
No. Well, not
Not
since
officially.
they have been established.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me if some of the block parties may have reached that.
Right. That a number of people, but yeah,
Right.
but it wasn't, you didn't get the icon.
Right.
Yeah, I think you can attend this GeoWoodstock and maybe never attend another GeoWoodstock again and be fine.
You think so?
That's how I feel.
I'm not going to take that position, but
I think this is going to be the GeoWoodstock to end all GeoWoodstocks.
oh gosh, I hope not.
Nothing else will ever compare to this one.
Well, there you go. I don't think it'll break the entire GeoWoodstock streak, but I think nothing will compare to it. I agree.
That's
with
right.
that.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but it will be unique. That's for sure. And it'll be very Canadian, and it'll be an awesome time for everybody who comes up here to enjoy our hospitality.
I mean, there's Nanaimo bars
There is Nanaimo bars
and poutine bars. Is that like a bar of poutine?
it's like a salad bar, but with poutine.
Oh, I thought it was a bar where you went to get order poutine.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But I think you're thinking of the party afterwards, Jim.
That must be it.
There you go. All right.
Hey,
So, yes,
We've got a topic tonight.
we
and
do.
It's not bars and it's not GeoWoodstock, even though both of those are somewhat important. Tonight's topic is your geocaching bucket list. What does this mean? This means the place you absolutely have to go before you kick the bucket.
That is where the term bucket list came from.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, this was inspired by a recent geocaching.com blog article, the most favorited geocaches in the world. What's up? What are you laughing about?
There's a topic. Yeah, thanks. Wait, Nanaimo Bar beer?
Haven't tried that one yet.
Sorry, I got distracted by shiny things. Let's go back to
Yeah.
the bucket list.
All right. Chris, why don't you take it?
So it was inspired by a recent geocaching.com blog article, the most favorited geocaches in the world. If you go look on that, they've compiled a list of the top favorited geocaches in the world by geocache type. Now, we've noticed they're all in Germany. It doesn't seem fair, except the most favorited webcam, which is where Wits End?
Abbey Road.
Yep.
Yeah. I
That
think
would be a cool webcam.
1 out of 4 people needs to find that in barefoot.
That
There you
would
go.
be a great webcam to do for sure.
That would be good. Yeah. Yeah.
right,
It
so,
it
yeah.
doesn't surprise me though that all the list is in Germany.
No,
So-
it doesn't. But it led us to think, where are our bucket list geocaches? I mean, as much as I love Germany and I plan to do many more visits there in the future, there's lots of other places in the world that I would love to get to and do geocaching. And as I said, the reminder that we have our current contest going, and we've heard lots of feedback from you, awesome listeners and followers of our social medias. But Jim, where would be a bucket list place for you, buddy?
Oh, there are so many places around the world that I've dreamed of traveling to over the years. Germany is a high point. I've always wanted to go to Germany and explore my family's ancestry there. Lots of geocaching to do there. Love to go visit South America and all the great historical stuff to do there. I want to go to Antarctica sometime and find that. But of course, longtime listeners of the podcast know that one of the items on my bucket list, Australia. Should I say it upside down? Australia. Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go down under. Geocache. I want to see the southern constellations in the night sky.
That would be cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
To not recognize any constellations.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
A little tough to find Polaris from down there, but
Mhm.
I want to see that Southern Cross.
No kidding. So yeah, that is some great locations. I definitely would share all of those with you. For me, probably near the top of the list right now, I really am trying to find a way to get to Brazil, get the Ape Cache and the Geo Tour, but more so, make it more of a South American trip and get over to Peru and visit Machu Picchu as well. That
would be cool.
That is high up on the list for me.
High up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
literally
Yeah, it
in
is.
the Andes.
It is at altitude. Yeah.
Hey, Wits End. What's your constellation prize if you can't get to Australia?
I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with one of them because I highly doubt I'll ever get to Australia, Germany, or any place else on my bucket list. But I'll come up with something.
Okay. Constellation prize.
There you go. Hey,
Thanks, Brylan.
GeoNav Pros had something for Jim here. Said our favorite geocaches are in Denmark, not the country though. There's a small hamlet in West Australia on the south coast called Denmark. There you go.
Is there something rotten there?
Well, there's a geocacher there named Roy Merck who makes the most awesome interactive geocaches, definitely off the beaten track. Thus, his geocaches have not yet accumulated enough favorite points.
Well, may I live long enough to go give him a favorite point.
Excellent. That sounds like a good goal.
There you go.
Chris, how about you? Bucket list places?
Wow. Australia. I think wherever you guys want to go, I want to go there too, because you've brought up really good ones. Australia is one of the places I really want to go to. Finding the other ape cache would be spectacular. I've been to Germany, but I didn't investigate my heritage when I was there. So I would like to do that now that I know a little bit more.
Mm.
Wits End had such a great time in Japan. I would like to go there.
Yes.
Great
So,
memories there.
yeah.
If you go, I have friends there. I'll
Okay.
get you connected there.
There you go.
I want to stay in one of the little capsule motels.
I've always wanted to do that too.
It seems intriguing. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And spend some time in an onsen. Very, very relaxing.
Dora Moore says Iceland was on my bucket list. It's on mine currently. Luckily, I got to go there, but I really want to go back someday, she says.
It's amazing. I am so glad that I was fortunate enough to visit there, as well as I've been to St. Petersburg in Russia, which is amazing. I mean, getting to Russia is tricky. So, to be able to do that and Iceland on the same trip was pretty awesome. And Iceland it was high on my bucket list. So when the opportunity came up, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And we would definitely go back again at some point. But this is the thing about going back to places. There's so many other places to see.
Right.
I'm like, yes, I would like to go back there, but there's so many other places I still want to get to. So that's a tough call. But while we're talking, okay, go ahead.
I was going to pull up Keats 94. Must go to Ireland to find Europe's first geocache, and also check out the beer scene, of course. See if long lost family members are in Cork while I'm over there.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Now we're talking about places all over the world, but there's some pretty good geocache bucket list destinations right up here in the Northwest.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
there are.
You guys want to, if maybe some of our listeners, they might know some of them, but they might not know all of them. You guys want to throw a few options out?
I would start with, say, GeoWoodstock.
There you go.
In
That's a great one to start with. Yes. And while you're here, explore the Pacific Northwest, which is, after all, where geocaching got its start. The very first geocache ever placed down near Portland, Oregon. And there's a tribute there. You can go find that plaque. And of course, set your GPS on the plaque to get extra accuracy from it.
Yes.
Does it make your batteries last longer too? Is that right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does incredible things to your GPS. Yes. Marcy says, of course, GeoWoodstock is on my bucket list. And completing the Gold Country Geo Tour, Lillooet hike caches. 4 more to go, then off to Europe.
Nice. Yeah. I've got to finish some of those Lillooet hike caches as well for Gold Country. And there's definitely some beautiful territory up there. So if you're talking about the Northwest, Newfoundland, Yukon, Nunavut, yes.
Yep.
Northern and Newfoundland. Well, Newfoundland's north and east.
Sure.
The most eastern part of Canada, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But
and those are obviously closer to home than traveling all the places we talked about.
Yeah.
But it's something I would like to accomplish, is just finding a geocache in all 50 states. Maybe find a geocache in all Canadian provinces. And I'm going to be an ignorant American here and say, how many are there again?
10 provinces, 3 territories.
Okay, I was going to guess 14 is a round number, but 13.
13.
13's rounder.
Yeah, 13 is a good number. We started with that many colonies. So
other things
in the Northwest. I mean, okay, so we mentioned the original stash.
Yeah.
You've got to do the triad,
right?
Which is the original stash, headquarters, and the ape cache. That's the triad. If you get those 3, you're a real geocacher.
Yeah. The last remaining ape cache in the Northern Hemisphere, right?
Yes, exactly. There's only 2 ape caches
left.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
And then there are so many old caches.
Yes.
Year 2000 caches here in the Northwest. If you're working on a
Jasmer,
thank you. Working on a Jasmer, the Northwest is the place to be.
It definitely helps. That's for sure. We've got the cache that shall not be named. That's right near where the ape cache location is. There's the GC 14, GC 17.
Yep. And 12.
and 12. Yeah, and those
Mhm.
are, I think all three of those are in Oregon.
Yes.
I think. Okay. And then, we've got a whole bunch of other caches that I can't even remember them, but they're year 2000, year 2001, year 2002 caches around. So definitely this is a place to be for doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Now,
cool. Yeah.
so we got some oldies. Are there interesting areas that you guys want to go to that maybe have adventure labs?
Adventure labs. Yeah, that's a new option.
We missed GC16 and also in Oregon.
Yes. Yep. Thank you. Thanks, Iham. Adventure labs definitely can also bring you to some cool locations. If you're planning to come up to Greater Vancouver for GeoWoodstock, or even anytime, we're starting to get some really great adventure labs populating out in the Metro Vancouver area. So definitely, it's a great way to see some interesting sites, score a few geocaching points. And the thing I like about adventure labs is because they're usually placed for locations that have some sort of either cultural or historical significance. Your snuggle muggle doesn't mind coming along.
Right.
They tend to be
Exactly.
more interesting areas like that. So bonus for the adventure labs for sure.
I'm working really hard to try to keep up with the chat and all their hashtag list entries.
You guys are awesome. Look
So-
at them go.
If you don't see yours, I'm truly sorry that I missed it. There are a lot popping up. If we want to jump to that, we look at Dora Moore. Says, I'm still aiming to cache on the Trans-Canadian Trail in all the provinces. 3 left to go, and then maybe I'll aim for the territories as well.
Yep. Hey,
Very fun.
our awesome chat lackey is dropping a lot of these into the show notes a little later
got
down.
it.
Just haven't gotten down there yet. So awesome job, chat lackey. Thank you. So
GSM times 2 says, I adopted an earth cache in Yellowstone, the lake that drains into 2 oceans. Even though I cannot claim it, I want to go see it.
Yeah.
cool. I've done a bunch of earth caches in Yellowstone. I don't know if I've done that one, so I'll have to check that out. We do need to do a return trip.
Highlands guy says, the Brazil ape cache is on my bucket list. Looks like a great place to visit.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Eats 94 throws in Scotland, Greece, Nepal, and Antarctica. That
nice.
sounds like an easy trip.
Yeah,
Sure.
a
No
round
problem.
trip.
Yeah.
A weekend trip.
CRS 98 says there are 3 caches in Washington from 2005 in Oregon.
There you go. Awesome. So that's
thank
not
you
as
so
many
much.
as I thought. I thought we had more from 2000, but that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Considering they're starting to disappear too.
MC3 Cat says an epic NorthWest cache is GC Juliet Yankee Hotel Zulu. Sorry, I lost track of where it was. The Ring of Fire.
I was
the trek.
I was just looking for some pictures to pull up because we did that one and that was really memorable.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have talked about that one a few times on the podcast.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still haven't made it to that one. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, you have to know the history. You have to read the history of that one, and it makes it all the better.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Dano says, visit the tiny country of Liechtenstein, which is located between Switzerland and Austria, a tax haven for the rich, and have many caches in the Alps.
Nice.
The
Sounds
rich have
lovely.
many caches in the Alps?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they do.
That's who places them and maintains them.
Team Nulltex says, I'm hoping to get to Camel Prairie Stash for a while now, and a June 2000 in Idaho, way up in the hills.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right. I also noticed from our contest some entries. Maybe we'll read through, as we said we would, some of the entries from our contest. We had an entry from Gary that says, if I could go geocaching anywhere in the world, I would go to Iceland with Greenwords.
Oh,
Aw.
There you go.
And you know what's sweet?
What's that?
Greenwords says, if I could go geocaching anywhere in the world, I would pick Iceland.
Aw.
Aw.
They're so
they
cute.
need to go there together, I think.
Yeah, they should meet in Reykjavik.
Well, it's not hard to meet in Reykjavik. It's not a huge city, but it's a
Take the
lovely city.
take the helicopter out to the Ergensneck or whatever that was. Mudak says, if I was going geocaching with a group, I would select a series of caches where I'd need help or company, like the ET Highway or Antarctica.
I would think you need a lot of help in Antarctica.
Yeah, I would love to go to Antarctica. I want to do
Yeah, that would
You
definitely
just
be a
can't
really
go out to the store there and, hey, I need batteries for my GPS.
Yeah, I want to do the 300 Club there, but that's probably something else. That's for
Wow.
a story for another podcast.
All right.
I like the idea of that. I don't know if I could do it.
The Caching Dead said if they were to do a group geocaching trip, without a doubt, it would be Scotland and Germany.
Mm.
I've always wanted to visit the lands of some of my ancestors, and I can think of no better reason to kill two birds with one stone.
It's a very
There you go.
Scottish phrase, isn't it?
Yes, it is actually. It seems like it. Maybe it isn't, but it
Yeah.
feels like a Scottish phrase. All right.
Rats 42 says we fancy some more of the odd places like, oh man,
Svalbard.
Svalbard,
yeah, or GC Delta Echo Charlie Delta, one find since 2003,
Mm.
or
Wow.
even Chernobyl.
That was featured in the GIF
I
this
was
year.
going to say, yeah, the Gift Festival had some Chernobyl stuff. I would actually like to go to that area in Chernobyl. I don't want to stay there too long, of course, but
No.
it would be fascinating to be there.
You can go there at night. You don't need any flashlights.
Everything glows in the dark, does it?
Yeah.
MC3 Cat shared, if I could go geocaching anywhere in the world, I would go to the United Kingdom.
Nice.
Sounds lovely. Another place I've always wanted to visit.
Mm-hmm.
NW Hokie said Antarctica or Nepal. Oh, haven't heard Nepal yet on this podcast. That would be a fascinating place to go.
You could probably find one on the road to Shangri-La.
Yes, there you go. I'm up.
CRS 98.
Yes, thank you. I was saying,
Yeah.
no, his caching name. CRS 98 says, if I could go geocaching anywhere in the world, I would go to New Zealand. There you go. That's a good
I would love to go there. It's not far from Australia.
You got to put the two together. You're that close.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
don't
really
have to come together, but you have to visit both of them.
From the Pacific Northwest, there's a lot of things that are closer to Australia.
I think with a good strong rope, you could pull them right together.
Okay, Maui.
Let's see. House Fox 01 says, I'd have to go with the majority. A dream location would be the Antarctic because of its isolation and accessibility. Perhaps that's inaccessibility.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's somewhat accessible.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And another vote for New Zealand from Brylangs. If I could go anywhere in the world, I'd go to New Zealand. So there you go.
Maybe we should just get a bucket list trip and go to New Zealand.
It sounds
Caching
like
in the Northwest trip.
There you go.
Sure.
So what do you think, listeners? You come with us if we do a Caching in the Northwest trip to New Zealand? You guys in?
We'll stop at Antarctica on the way.
Because you're already there. So
you're almost there.
And Australia, because another continent and starts and ends with A.
Yep. Keats 94 had shared earlier Argentina and the Chilean Patagonia. Yes.
That would be fun.
And that's South America, so we could just swing over there from Australia and New Zealand.
Once you're in the Chilean Patagonia, you're actually getting pretty close to Antarctica at that point. So relatively speaking.
Okay.
GSM times 2 is in.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, CRS 98's in. Okay. Sounds like we might have to do this now.
I would love to. Highland Sky, go ahead. Oops.
Oh, sorry. So
let's all click it at the same time. Let's put it in and out 3 more times.
Okay.
Highland Sky says, my Mughal wife has Morocco on her list. Therefore, I have caching in Morocco on my list.
There you go.
Morocco would be fascinating. Is that the country across from Gibraltar? I can never remember.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be cool because I believe you can take a short ferry over to Gibraltar.
And thus get Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to just...
Actually, no, you don't get Spain. Gibraltar is an English territory, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yep. I do not believe it is technically in Spain.
I've always
But
wanted to ferry across the
I'll
Mersey.
put it out there to our research department to prove me wrong, but I'm going to make that claim. I'm going to assert that claim. All right. Helen had said a bucket list for 2020 is to find caches in Northwest Territories and Nunavut to complete their map of Canada to light up all the provinces and territories. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. CRS 98 says, oh, good. Keats 94 says Israel and Jordan would be interesting places to visit.
Yes.
And indeed they would. I would
Yes,
love to
indeed.
go explore that area. And CRS 98 says the question isn't where I want to go, it's where I don't want to go. That would be a much shorter list.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely. All right. Well, you guys, yeah. TWH Rider shares that they have cached in Israel. Very
Oh, how exciting is that?
Congratulations.
Nice.
That's awesome. So yeah, that's a lot of cool places. A lot of here you go. GSM times 2. Wait for it to come up in the yep. So Helen says, yes, everybody's agreeing with me. Gibraltar is a UK territory.
Mm-hmm.
What's CRS 92?
Wow. Man, we have multiple research departments tonight.
I know, you guys are awesome. Gibraltar is a British. What did you, bring that back
Oh,
up.
sorry. Hello.
I'm not touching the mouse. It's not me.
Gibraltar is a British overseas territory located at the bottom of Spain on the narrow gap between Europe and Africa. I think you got truncated there, but yes.
Well, no, that was for the Canadians.
Afrique.
Afrique, eh? You're
Yeah.
just going to throw it in anyway.
Yep. Very cool. Oh,
How about Genies? My bucket list is to go to the places Land Monkey has been.
Well, there you go.
yeah, we've been pretty fortunate. I got to say, we've and continue to be, and we've definitely got more travel plans in the hopper. But the first thing is to get GeoWoodstock done.
Yes.
Then we'll see what we're going to do after that.
Well, and closer to home, one of my bucket list items for a long, long time that wasn't even geocaching related, but it could be. I just want to get to all the 30 Major League Baseball parks in the U.S. And, I'm pretty sure there are geocaches near each of them.
Yes, I was going to say, there's got to be geocaches.
Yeah, I could incorporate geocaching into that.
Very cool.
Nice. I like that.
That's a great idea. I like that.
How many Major League parks are there?
30.
30.
Yeah,
so
about a dozen or so. I've been about a third of them.
So one of them is in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know there are many cachers who do the 50 state capitals.
Yep. I'd like to do that too.
Yep. That's their list.
National parks.
National parks.
Or provincial parks, if you prefer.
Yep. IHAM says caching with monkey cakes in Alaska.
Oh, another cute one because Monkey Cake says
Alaska. Yeah.
And they agree.
I know.
Isn't that just darling?
It is. That's awesome.
Yeah, Alaska's on my bucket list too. Caching or not, it's on my bucket list.
As close as we are to Alaska, I mean, as far as the states go, we're the closest state to Alaska. And yet I have yet to be there.
Yeah, well.
Yep. Well,
this point, I'll be...
Rider's been there.
Nice.
In the chat.
Yes. The Pipeline Virtual was one of my faves in Alaska.
Very cool.
Keith says the Maritimes are always a fun place to visit.
They are. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm looking at MZ3 Cat's comment.
Wasn't the Valentine's podcast last week? Yes, but once you experience love, you just got to keep experiencing love.
If you say so.
So TWH Riders from Northwest Pennsylvania.
Hey.
I think that's what PA's for, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Not bad for a Canadian. I got that one right.
Hey, thanks for being from the Northwest.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us for the show tonight.
You're up late.
Yeah.
And so are we. You're up later. Wow. I mean, there are so many great places. So this year, I don't have to tell you, GeoWoodstock is here in the Northwest, along with the 20th anniversary celebration. They're a week apart. You're going to want to be out here in the Northwest to do the 20th anniversary celebration, followed by the APE event, and then followed by GeoWoodstock. Really, it's going to be 3 gigas. Now, the 20th anniversary icon, or the 20th anniversary event has its own icon, but wow.
There'll be lots of opportunities for some cash runs as well. So there's going to be it doesn't, I think any way that you cache, whatever your geocaching goals are, the Northwest is going to have the opportunity for you to achieve pretty much most of them, or at least, score a few points towards whatever your geocaching goals are. It's going to be pretty cool. All right.
Let's see. Somebody came out for the 10th anniversary ape event last year. I apologize. I don't remember who it was. I talked to them, and they drove through Washington, and driving through Washington, they got all the counties in Washington in 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
They knocked them out.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
That's a lot of driving. Yeah. They optimized their route to get all the counties, so they could complete that challenge.
Very cool. Very cool.
TWH Rider has to sign off. Work is early.
Yeah, no kidding.
can
Well, thanks
relate.
for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
I like Start Casher's comment next there.
Isn't it a requirement to be from the Northwest somehow to participate in the chat? Yes, you have to be Northwest of something.
Northwest of something. That's what qualifies.
Very cool.
Which I think is going to be pretty hard for New Zealand, right?
Well, the Northwest of something.
What?
That's right.
Antarctica.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. But send me down there for some research and I'll tell you.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Well, guys, what do you think? We'll run through some credits and get into the after show and talk about all the cool stuff there. Oh.
In case you wanted to know, the 2020 event has 3,938 will attends already. It will not get a Giga event. It has its own event icon.
Yeah.
So even if it qualifies for Giga, it will not get a Giga event icon.
There you go. So, what do you think, guys?
Wow.
Show?
I mean, there's so many places to go that, the only place to go now is to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, listeners. And we hoped you enjoyed this episode of Caching in the Northwest.
That's right. We've got a really cool episode coming up. That was quite the pause there.
Yeah.
I just realized that I didn't really do a very good job of the show notes this week. So we're just we've really been going by the seat of our pants for this entire episode. So full disclosure, hope you've enjoyed an unscripted podcast tonight. But on that note, next week, there'll be a slightly more scripted podcast, but we're having our friends, the Land Sharks, join us. They are going to talk about how to plan an adventure travel, how to plan a trip where your goal is to find geotours. So if you're going on a trip and you're going somewhere where there's a geotour, how do you make sure you plan properly for that trip? What kind of things do you need to think about? What kind of things do you need to pack? They've got some great advice from some recent experience they've done that they're willing to share with us. So I'm really looking forward to hearing that.
Nice. They're wonderful people.
They sure are.
They really are. I'm looking forward to hanging out and chatting with them next week.
Yep.
And while we're talking about them, why don't we just take a moment to thank them? They're our corporate Denali level sponsor. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Go check them out online or even go in person. They have a store in Victoria, BC. It's a fabulous store. I've been there. You could pick up the latest special, the How to Puzzle Cache Book and Supplement. They're open 6 days a week, except holidays, and they ship online orders daily.
There you go. There you go. And hey, this is our opportunity as well to thank all of our faithful Denali level supporters. That is Land Sharks, of course, JP's Geo Designs, Limax, Team Squirrel, and Groovy Owl. If you want to know more about supporting the show, click that Patreon link on the cachingNW.com website.
And of course, we want to thank all of our patrons.
Yes.
We start with Billy Robson this evening.
Yeah, brand new LG 9000.
GeoNav Pros, congrats on your FTF tonight.
Kid Vegas 19.
Tick Magnet.
Kennel Barb.
Genies.
Antaeus.
The so much in love Wet Coaster and Green Words.
Wino Seattle.
Kev MacD.
Team Noltex. Did you text them tonight?
I saw them in the chat.
They're in the chat.
Yeah.
They're working out a system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Highlands guy,
Acrodoc,
Dune Buddy.
B Pendragon,
CRS 98,
Dora Moore.
Fairwood West,
the Geo Travelers,
Kitty Quest.
GSM ×2,
Subway Mark,
Nerve.
Trexer 0,
T Sayer.
The Seebeck Tribe.
Sprouter, who
Hey,
goes to many sporting events.
Yeah, that XFL game was fun. Logwork.
And also in love, the Camp Clan.
Oh, yes.
Segehove,
Boomer 365.
Broncos fan for life.
MC3 Cats,
Keats 94.
And last but certainly not least, Al Robrick.
All righty then.
Thank you.
Yes, we thank all of them. We appreciate all of them. And I appreciate both of you guys. Let's see. One's over there. No, it's there. There and there. Boy, this chat thing, it's really confusing.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
Yeah, and the next time you click it, we'll be in different positions and I'll be all confused. But hey, let's say somebody wanted to get in touch with us. Throw out some contact information, social media handles, and those kind of things. Land Monkey, you're up.
Hey, if anybody wanted to get a hold of me, you can find me at Land Monkey. So definitely follow me on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. It's at Land Monkey GC. You can also find us on YouTube. That's Land Monkey, LANMONKEY, Land Monkey on YouTube. There you go.
The song.
How about you, my friend? Where do people find you?
No jingle, not a lot of even content. I mostly lurk, but you could reach out and drop me a note at Twitter, Facebook, geocaching. You know, geocaching has a message center.
It does.
I'm even on Instagram, and I'm Wits End on pretty much all of those. So just search for Wits End. You'll find me. Chris?
Search for me at Caching NW. You're going to find me. I might be caching in the Northwest on a place or two. But you know what's better? Head on over to cachingnw.com/hosts. Read our bios, find that contact information, and loads of other Timbits. I mean, tidbits.
Ooh.
Did I
Ooh.
slip
Now
somehow?
I'm listening.
I don't know, but now I'm hungry.
Oh, I knew I'd get your attention if I
What?
said something. But folks, we want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Don't forget that you can be part of the show. Call into 253-693-TFTC and leave us a comment, ask us a question, or send us some more rum any time of the day or night. Of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like this show, click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and more. Give us a thumbs up or a review. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, and Jay Kennedy. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2020 by Chris Umfenauer. And folks, we encourage you, we implore you, we even ask you to stay tuned for
The After Show. Yeah, that.
We're in the after show. We did it.
This is
Hey.
it.
If there was any question, Team Noltex says, I'm here. I'm here.
Awesome. Yay. What
We love Team Noltex.
we
We
do.
love everyone.
I was just going to say, what an amazing, once again, live viewership we have for this podcast. You guys just help make this podcast awesome every night. And we really, really appreciate it. I'm not sure, how to express that, but it's just so much more fun for us. So this is what an after show looks like. Exactly. It's so much more fun for us to have you guys participating with us in such an interactive and fun way. So very thankful
really
for all of you.
It's fun. I mean, I look forward to Thursday nights. Yes, I'm exhausted afterwards, but it's like hanging out with my friends at a coffee shop. Yeah, I'm going to stay up late. I'm going to probably drink too much coffee and won't be able to go to sleep until 3 a.m, but it's worth it.
That's coming from a guy that doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he drinks the Coke. bacon Coke or whatever it is.
Yeah, but not afternoon.
Okay. All right. So we have some FATAS. We had let's bring up this one here from Dano. I would enjoy a show on coordinates. I have Googled them, and very confusing with all the formats.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dano, that is excellent.
That is a great idea.
Yes. Well, we should find someone who's an expert on that topic and bring them in because I don't know. Maybe you two guys are, but I get confused with some of that stuff as well.
I'm perpetually confused. But the great thing
What are we
about
talking about?
the great thing about standards is that there are so many to choose from.
Yes.
That is true, I suppose. What else did we have? We had GSM times 2 had a FATAS said, will the ape event go giga and give us 2 gigas in 6 days? Well, that's a great question. We don't know.
Why not?
No.
We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
It won't unless people log their will attends. I can tell you that much.
GSM times 2 says we need to coordinate with someone on coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Wordplay. I love it. Brylang wants to know, and I'm looking for the thingamabob so I can click on it and bring it up so that people can read it, but I'm not going to find it in time. So I'm just going to read it now. Brian Link says, anyone hosting a Pi Day event in the lower mainland?
I know one down in Tacoma area.
Yeah.
Come on down. Well, I should step in near SeaTac Airport. But
Usually March 14th, right? That's Pi Day.
yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one. I think I've seen one in the Bellingham area, if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't seen one on the north side of the border yet. So good question. Something for people to think about.
There's still time to host one if you don't find
There's
any.
more than 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
What else was I? Oh, I was going to share something. As a personal achievement today, I completed writing the full revised text for my book. So
Wait, you have a book?
I am writing a book. It is almost ready to send to the publishing service. So
Hooray!
yeah, it's very exciting for me. So I'm moving to the next stage of the whole process, which means with any luck, in March, as per my current project plan, the book will be available for purchase.
Perhaps for Pi Day.
Ooh,
Perhaps. I guess we'll see. That's not specifically the goal. The month of March is the goal.
Well, that's what I said, perhaps.
Yes.
I'm not going to hold you to that.
Oh. Yeah, it's a geocacher's guidebook to Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley. So there you go. Anyway, sorry, you were going to bring up CRS 98.
Fraser Valley? That sounds like an interesting place.
Yes, it's very timely, let me tell you. And I was actually working on the book before GeoWoodstock, so it's just fortuitous. All right, what do we got here?
CRS 98 says, I'm hosting a Leap Day event in Friday Harbor.
Well,
And
that's nearly the lower mainland.
Dano has a puzzle event in Bellevue on the 11th. And I don't want to drive to the Bellevue Library.
Where's Bellevue? I can't remember.
It's the east of Seattle, across Lake Washington from Seattle.
Oh, okay. That's where that community is. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Across the bridges there.
Yeah, you take I-90 right over into Bellevue.
Okay.
The Camp Clan is having GC8 Kilo Delta X-Ray Papa.
Papa, yes.
Is a Pi Day event in Burien at the Aussie Pie Company.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to make that one because I think it's probably the only closest I'll ever get to Australia in reality. So I'm hoping to make that one.
That sounds like fun.
It's a nice place. I've been there before.
Okay. There you go. Highlands Guy says, would you go to a geocaching pajama event? And if so, what would you wear?
Well, I don't wear pajamas, so that would be awkward to go to the event that way.
Please don't go in that case.
Hmm.
The event's called Space Jammies Hag 16 by the Geo Travelers, friend of the show.
Oh,
Yes.
It's GC8 Kilo Foxtrot Tango. I can't remember what M is.
Foxtrot Tango
Mike.
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 Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm sure glad that's FTM. Of course, if it was FTA, that would be for the after show.
Ah,
Ooh.
very cool.
Iham is calling
Hi.
Tommy. Yeah, I don't know who Tommy is, but he's calling Tommy.
No.
Oh, Timmy. Timmy is in the well again.
Oh no.
He's channeling Lassie. Saying, Timmy's in the well.
And UDAC says only if the Pajama Day event was on Halloween, perhaps. So, very cool.
Nice. There's something else.
There's
more.
lots of other things.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's so busy. It's awesome.
Team Neltex is here, but multitasking, programming an Arduino for a 20th anniversary event gadget cache. While
That's going to be awesome.
Nice. Awesome.
Oh, here. UDAC wants to know, why is NorthWest spelled with a capital W?
Because
Yes,
Chris said
Chris.
so.
Why is it? Because I've often wondered that myself.
Because it makes it unique and what's the word I want to say?
The word you want to say is because.
No. Oh, come on.
It must be the after show.
Yes. No, it's a legal term when it's copyrightable.
Okay.
If it has a slightly different spelling to it.
But it's well, okay. I guess arguably capitalizing a letter is different spelling. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, there's the reason, anyways.
I was just going to say because when you abbreviate the compass points, they're all capitals.
That is true.
Northwest,
that
southwest,
sounds
southeast,
better.
northwest. No, yeah. Yeah, like this one says here, geocaching is used some times. It's an abbreviation for caching in the NW, the Northwest. And how often have you seen the Pacific Northwest abbreviated as PNW, all caps?
I have.
So,
yeah,
there you go.
that is also true. All right.
So that's why.
Highlands guy says, thanks to the host of the show. You make Thursday night the highlight of my week.
Oh, that's so touching. I appreciate that.
Guys,
That's awesome.
the Valentine's Day show is over.
That's right.
So, and yeah, okay, this is gonna sound a little sucky, but Highlands guy, I also feel the same way when I get the opportunity to hang out with these two guys on Thursday nights. I look forward to Thursday nights through most of the week. It's just a highlight to be able to hang out with these two friends of mine and talk about geocaching, traveling,
Mhm.
life in general, whatever we're talking about. It's always fun.
Well, it is the highlight of my week to hang out with my friends. So
Ooh, here's a teaser. Helen says, check out our Go Land Shark stories on Instagram to see what I baked during the podcast this evening. And that's
All right.
If you guys don't know, this is Helen's routine during the podcast is baking time. So she puts the podcast on and bakes while she watches the podcast.
I had no idea. How come we're not getting baked goods?
Well, I would not say no if people wanted to send baked goods over to this studio for sure.
Not at all. Yeah, I would welcome down here. And if any of the rest of you are getting baking during the podcast, let us know.
Wow.
Nice.
We have the capital W. Otherwise, we'd be listening to the CIN or the SIN podcast.
Oh my. Yeah, that's a different podcast.
Yes.
And
that's our patrons only one.
Which we just recorded tonight. There will be a patrons only podcast popping up in your feed. You should have gotten an email this evening giving you a new RSS feed, patrons, for these patrons only. That's the Caching in the Northwest extended patrons only podcast. Or can we pop?
You really wanted an acronym, didn't you?
Yes. I still shake my head at that one, but yeah. Yeah.
It's silly. And it's just a very silly show. We talk really about nothing.
If that's the only thing you shake your head at, we're in good shape.
I shake my hair back and forth. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, and Startcatcher had a batch of fudge brownies come out of the oven 15 minutes into the episode. Oh man, you guys are killing me.
Samples or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I have said at the end of some of these shows that you're supposed to email us baked goods, and they have never come.
Disappointing.
Yep. So I want on Twitter or Facebook, I want pictures of these baked goods.
No, I don't want it on Twitter and Facebook. I want it in my studio.
There you go.
We do have a very good postal system that will deliver, oddly enough, just about anything, anywhere. So
yeah. Tracking information right to international borders.
Yep. Keats is offering
there we go.
Peanut butter cookies. There you go. Way to step up, Keats. We will gladly accept peanut butter cookies. I won't say no to pretty much any food that's edible.
Wait. Is this what the after show has become? Begging
for food? Yeah, basically.
Maybe that should be our new podcast, Begging for Baked Goods.
Oh, and Monkey Cake says she brought us cake on Sunday.
Yes.
So yes.
Oh, brought you guys cake on Sunday.
Yeah, we had cake on Sunday.
You were welcome to join us.
I didn't get any invite.
Well, you didn't need one. You always are welcome.
Yeah, you have a standing invitation.
Okay. All right.
Yes, and Monkey Cakes has provided enough baked goods.
Oh, yes.
For my lifetime, and they're all been fabulous.
So, Monkey Cakes is not on the list. She's already fulfilled her requirement.
Yep.
Oh, Nanaimo bars.
Nanaimo bars.
I think as hosts of the podcast, we should be sampling the Nanaimo bars each episode so that people can see what they're missing if they're not coming to GeoWoodstock.
Well, I'm on board with that.
So I would need somebody, say, from the GeoWoodstock team to send us some of those.
Okay. Well,
do we know anyone?
I'll look into it. I'll see if I can find someone.
Okay. Okay, folks. You know what? We are thankful to hang out with you each and every week, even without fresh baked goods.
But we prefer it with fresh baked goods.
Now, we had no idea all this was going on in the background. And now we feel like we've missed out on something, but a Nanaimo bar with a Timbit chaser. And, we'll be in a diabetic coma in no time at all. We appreciate hanging out with you on Thursday night. You know what? We don't need baked goods. We enjoy your company. So, folks, thank you so much. And until next week, go out and bake something and take that when you go caching in the Northwest.